Hey, Shalom, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the nation of Yasha Allah, better known as the Great Millstone, and Shalom to the sincere Akim, the one third, the 144,000, and the elect, as well as death to two thirds. Um, this, you know, this has been a past couple of days of judgment that have been taking place, and matter of fact, some of these articles, um, well, there was this, the Apostle Tahar had up, and it got taken out, which I'm sure some of you saw that. There's a group of climbers who all went missing, basically. Avalanche caught them. Um, this country star, dead at 33. Um, the Willy Wonka actress, taken off life support after 1 year being in a stroke. Oh, here goes the N dub. Basically, I guess she was told to cover up. I didn't read the whole story. Um, this man with the parasite in his eye after showering with contacts. I mean, it's not a good time. Look, you got people warned against swimming in toxic Siberian Maldives lake, but they're still doing it. You see, which they shouldn't be, right? But all this is what we're seeing more and more of is the judgment coming out and being visited upon these people. There was another one a brother has shared a story that had taken place, I suppose, when the earthquake happened, which was this man was crushed um, while he was working on his Jeep. I guess it was broke down or something. Um, they say, it may have been because of the earthquake. They're not exactly sure, but he was pinned there for like, I think they said 4 or 5 days. He was just laying there, you know. Um, and then they also said when this earthquake happened, it left a gouge in the earth so big you could see it from space. So these are the days wherein the highest, you know, is going to begin to visit, basically. Okay. Um, 2nd Ezra 6 and 18. Um, and it said, the voice, Behold, the days come that I will begin to draw nigh and to visit them that dwell upon the earth. And I will begin to make inquisition of them, what they be that have hurt unjustly with their unrighteousness, and when the affliction of Zion shall be fulfilled, and when the world that shall begin to vanish away shall be finished, then will I show these tokens. The book shall be opened before the firmament, and they shall see all together. And this is basically that prophecy coming to pass. This is now the Most High is beginning to visit, and the books have been opened. The understanding is being given. The word is going out, and it's not going to return unto him void. If I could get that real quick. Isaiah 55 and start at verse verse 8. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are my ways, neither are your ways my ways, saith the Lord. And what happens on one side of the planet, it affects the other side of the planet. So an earthquake over here, and this is science and so-called science, and scientists are barely figuring out and have barely begin to publicize these things, which the scriptures have made known, that the Most High is in control of the whole earth. And that goes back into Proverbs where it says, who hath bound up the winds in his fist and the waters by a garment? What is his name and what is his son's name, if you can tell? But who, by all these miracles that take place, they call these things these little things that they found, they call them diatoms or diatoms or something like that. So when the the wind blows, the the African desert across the sea. It goes into the rainforest. They're the shells of diatoms, and they fertilize the rainforest. And the rainforest has its own body of water, which is now known and why it rains so much. And it it grows, it sustains itself. Okay, and all that water and sediment it gets pushed out into the sea, and then that is a whole it's a whole process. Even with the icebergs and the glaciers that come off every couple of years or whatever, every couple months, small chunks here, there, this, that, and the third, right? But all these things are happening, and they're just now figuring out that it's the Most High. Well, same thing with this. All these judgments and plagues and terrible times, it's all done by the Most High, though you may not understand it. Okay, verse 9: For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. For as the rain cometh down and the snow from heaven, and returneth not thither, but watereth the earth, and make it bring forth and bud, that it may give seed to the sower and bread to the eater. See? So that whole cycle of life, Edom is just now figuring out that one side of the planet is affecting the other. So it's a total balanced globe. Okay? It says, so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void. So when this cycle of precipitation and these little creatures and their dead bodies and go through all this changes, and they feed different parts of the world and life, okay, it's not returning. It's not. Its life cycle isn't without effect. There is a huge effect. It is not void. See, just like the word of the Most High. But it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. So if the Most High wants to amp up this or dial this down a little, he can do all that. Because whatever he prescribed is going to happen. For you shall go out with joy and be led forth with peace. The mountains and the hills shall break forth before you into singing, and all the trees of the field shall clap their hands. Instead of the thorn shall come up the fir tree, and instead of the brier shall come up the myrtle tree. And it shall be to the Lord for a name and for an everlasting sign that shall not be cut off. So, as this word is going out and it's not returning unto him void, it should be a joyous occasion to see people getting jacked up, whether it's the wicked, the two-thirds, the heathen, the other nations, whether it's a chastisement, because this is all planned to the Most High. Okay, so all these things that are taking place, it has a point and a purpose, though we may or you may not understand it. Okay, that's part of the thing, is subduing your own understanding. Okay, matter of fact, the scriptures do mention that too. If you had of um, a vain opinion, Sirach 3:24, for many are deceived by their own vain opinion, and an evil suspicion hath overthrown their judgment. See, so there's going to be more and more bad times coming, and the wise of Edom and Esau, they can't find out how to stop it, and the only way to stop it really is to speed it up. You got to go through it, just like you rip a band-aid off really quick, or they show you in the movie someone's has their mouth duct tape. You just rip it off fast, don't go slow. So the best way to end all the misery is to complete it. And the scriptures talk about times being increased, the days being shortened for the elect's sake, and that we should be asking, if today is the day that Yahweh Shai will return, hastening the day to come. And you got a lot of jakes that know but won't do. Okay, and that's gonna be on them. But anyway, with that, I just wanted to get that out there, and more hard times, more troubling affairs are coming, and this is always only the beginning of the end. So all these people that are scoffing, they're soon going to be put put down. Okay, hey, well, with that, shalom.